Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for another night of Season 7 playoffs. Your boy Psychonautic in the booth, ready to spearhead this action tonight. And I am joined by the legendary Bagels, Mr. Chungus himself. How you doing, buddy?
Thank you. Doing pretty good, other than the fact that I barely made it in here in time, so sorry for the delay, everyone. A little 2-3 minutes behind. Happy to be here now. Happy to be casting with you, of course, the GOAT. Ready for potentially the greatest, not the greatest, well, the best Titan League playoff match of the season here.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying, Bagels, and I think that you would probably know better than most people, given that you're a Titan League player yourself. And we are already in the action due to us running a little bit behind. So let me hear it from you, Bagels, before we get too deep into this. What's your caster prediction in this best of 7?
Oh my goodness. Bit of an open net here, and it will go through for Max. And actually, Max scoring for Blizzard here. I do have Blizzard in this matchup, probably in 6 or 7. It's going to be going down to the wire, I have a feeling.
Going to have quite a tough match in front of them.
Yeah, both of the games did go to Game 5, or both of the series went to Game 5. But the difference here is the last series that the Krakens did play, their first round matchup of the playoffs, they did not look good, and they almost got upset by the 8-seeded Vanguard, who was playing with a sub. So not very convincing from them at all. Does look like they're playing a bit of an increased pace here, and they've been playing pretty well so far. Unfortunately, Max was just able to hit that open net off a missed rotation, but they're definitely looking solid here as Mitch, a.k.a. Kuda, is going to get the equalizer.
Yeah, good play from him, able to get up there, get that second touch. I don't think Tox was expecting him to be able to get the ball that much on net, and he did have to get it through that final defender there. He did a great job of securing that point, tying us up. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock as these two Titan teams head up against each other. Coffee going to take it right off the top of the defender and put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, you really got to... It's important to keep control in front of your own net, but a lot of the times, you just got to get it out before an attacker comes flying in. Unfortunately, kind of an awkward bounce off that back wall either way. But again, Krakens able to capitalize off these awkward positions that they're putting Blizzard in on defense. And again, off the kickoff, as Tox able to corral this one to the sideball for now. But Krakens, Psycho, as we know, between Mitch and Luca, both solid 1v1 players, so they're going to be deadly on the dribble and the solo plays, and Blizzard have got to watch out for that. But at the same time, Toxic and Mad Max, here he is off the ceiling looking for the triple tap, and he will find it as say his name, and he's like Batman. He just shows up.
True, and I mean, Mad Max and Toxic are both back-to-back champions on Blizzard in the Titan League. They were both there for both of the championships. They're looking for the three-peat right here, right now, if they can get through this Krakens team.
I was going to say, just both of these teams have star-studded players in the solo plays, as well as Toxic looking for the bump on the back one, especially Max. The last time these two teams played each other, Max almost got a triple flip reset at 0 seconds. And luckily, Krakens were able to stop it out, and that was the game decider right there. But, expect the whole series for Max to be going for clips, Zin to be going for some bumps just right there, and Tox, the cleanup man. He's self-proclaimed himself as the teammate. Just that's his role. I guess I said that on one of the matches, and he's just riding with it.
Fair enough. Everybody needs a good teammate. Everybody needs a good setup, man. Zinvez with a great pass, some fundamental Rocket League there coming out from Blizzard as they just get a basic pass play. But I'm sure you're well aware of this, Bagels. Sometimes even at these upper leagues, just the basic plays are gonna be what you need to get past the defense.
Yeah, and it just comes down to the speed. As again, awkward ball out of the corner, Mitch almost able to capitalize it. But yeah, the simple plays, sometimes you need a lot of creativity. As Zin, awkward on the goal line, finds the save. Follow up there, but faked out from Mitch. But yeah, I mean, as long as you control the boost, you're getting some bumps. It doesn't take much to score on as long as you have consistent pressure, but a lot of the times you do need a fancy 1v1 play, a big creative passing play. We'll have to see how the defenses kind of fare the first few games as, oh my goodness, 3 players up for that ball. And I don't think we're going to have any shortage of action here in this series.
No, I don't think so either. As we're in the second half of game number 1, Blizzard up by 1. Still 0-0 series. Kutta getting underneath it, but he can't get it past Toxic on the goal line. And Zinvez going to take control of it. Loses control out of the corner. He's still with it a little bit, but Luka going to clear that one out to the side. Luka in the midfield up to Kutta. Kutta looking to follow off the backboard. Can't get it through the crossbar, unfortunately. And Coffee going to make a touch, trying to keep it away from Blizzard, starting another offensive push here, but they're going to anyway. Zinvez with the shot. Coffee going to make the stop there. Pick up the Savior medal. Toxic missing his touch. Zinvez puts one on net. Kutta's there. Makes the stop. Tox gets control, sending it back. And oh, that almost did not work out as Luka jumped right into that play. But the Blizzard defense held out strong, and just a little under a minute left now on the clock, Bagels. Blizzard's still up by 1. And to be honest, I don't know if Krakens are going to be able to come back in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, they've tried to go for some solo plays, and they're forcing a lot of double commits, but they just need perhaps a passing play right there, but Kutta not able to find a touch. But they need a demo. They need something big here because Blizzard themselves are looking for more bumps. Not finding contact on any of them, but still it's just the harassment onto this Krakens roster, and they need something huge here in the final seconds, but Blizzard are keeping up the momentum.
Yes, they certainly are. And as we wind down the final 10 seconds of game number 1, will the Krakens be able to make it here with a final push? Kutta in the midfield. Coffee putting it off the backboard. It only needs to go down now. Toxic's going to keep it up and clear it all the way out. The ball is still up in Kraken zone. Lucas sends it all the way across. Kutta's there, gets the touch. Looking for Luka, but it gets sent back down.
Oh my.
Luka keeping it up. Coffee to send it back into Blizzard zone. Mad Max going to stick that one to the ground, and Blizzard's going to take game number 1.
Yeah, that was a valiant effort there at 0 seconds, and Coffee, he just got a little too heavy of a touch to keep that one up, but it was a sustained opportunity there at 0 seconds. But ultimately, I mean, Blizzard, just looking at the shots, 13 Krakens, not too far behind at 8, but still 5 shots ahead for Blizzard. And it's just a barrage of offense, and it comes in bursts of 3-4 shots at a time. And you always got to watch out for the bumps from Toxic and Zin too. And then, of course, Max on that solo play we saw Psycho, the triple tap off the ceiling to the backboard. I mean, once he just gets up, it's so hard to stop him. You got to have somebody pre-jumping him. And they even had somebody pre-jumping, and he still found the read. So it just comes down to limiting the boost control for this Blizzard team and kind of getting the bumps. And I think Krakens could come back here easily in game 2.
We'll have to see if they're able to do just that, or if Blizzard are going to put a stopper on the Krakens and go up 2-0 in the series. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get directly into this action and see what the Krakens are able to do against this Blizzard roster. As Luka pops that one out and back into the Blizzard zone. Mad Max taking it up his back wall. Mad Max with the touch, with the carry. Carries it past one, gets a musty flick on it. Gonna stick with it. 50s through another. Zinvez with the shot off of the crossbar. And Toxic still there, keeping the pressure alive for Blizzard. It's in front of the net. Luka there to make the stop. Luka with the flip reset. Gonna save it. Goes for the ground and pound, but can't get it through. Toxic on the goal line. Ball's popped up in the midfield. Coffee with the touch. Mad Max sending it back down to Toxic, who doinks it forward into the Kraken zone. Zinvez not able to get to it in time. And with a minute gone now so far, Bagels, neither of these teams able to find the back of the net. And I honestly can't tell who's got the edge at this point, Blizzard's got more shots, but Kraken seems to be a little bit more deadly.
Yeah, that was a really good solo play from Luca, unfortunately, when he got that wave dash off that flip reset fake. Just ended up putting the shot right at Toxic, but he didn't really have any other kind of lane to do it. And still, I mean, the first 30 seconds, Blizzard forcing a triple commit on the goal line, going for some good plays of their own. But this is exactly what we saw in the first minute of Game 1. Just the offense is exchanging as an open net. Luka, he just has to read the backboard, but a little too high of a bounce for him to convert on that one. And, oh my goodness, Kuda with the follow-up, too. Coffee with the slow roller. It still is so dangerous in front of the net, Psycho, but the Blizzard defense, they're not breaking.
And the Krakens are turning things on, but Blizzard still not giving it up. There it is, finally going to come out as Coffee forces the play, opening up the zone there for Luka to come in and take a shot at an empty net.
And a bit of a double commit there on the Blizzard goal line. Tox didn't really need to go for that ball as it was kind of already handled by his teammate. But again, you limit the boost control. And here's a kickoff opportunity as Kuda could have maybe hit that one a little bit harder on the net, but maybe looking for a soft pop at first. Either way, an opportunity gone awry. Now off their own kickoff for Blizzard. Demo comes out, but no scoring. And yeah, I mean, Blizzard, they limited the boost control Krakens did onto Blizzard, and that's how they scored. Just got a few opportunities back and forth, and you see when Blizzard doesn't have boost, Mad Max cannot emerge on the offensive side, and that's the key.
Yeah, and a lot of demos starting to come out, but however, none of them are going to turn into a conversion so far, as Blizzard is forced to make another stop. Mad Max sends it out to Toxic. Toxic there to follow. He's going to get the 50 with Luka in the midfield. The ball is bouncing out of the Blizzard corner. It's still in the Blizzard zone. Kuda trying to take control. Gets clobbered. Luka with the touch from behind, sending it all the way back down to Blizzard zone off the backboard. Toxic is there. Send it back to the midfield. Down to Kuda, down to Luka. Luka looking to get something started. Gets a pass to the mid. Nobody there to help him out, as the ball is going to get cleared away. Coffee to boom that one down, but Mad Max makes an easy save on the goal line. And Sinvez sends it all the way back out. Coffee there coming out of the corner. Going to stick with it. Gets the musty touch. Can't do much else with it. Mad Max to pop that one up. 1 minute and 35 seconds now left on the clock. Krakens up by 1. And it's kind of interesting to see, to be honest with you, Bagels, the difference of game number 1 and game number 2, as this is a much lower scoring affair.
Yeah, there's a lot less shots, but definitely no shortage of action. Both offenses exchanging some pretty nice blows onto each other. As Coffee with an unfortunate touch. Mitch able to bail him out at the last second. Now it's critical. Open net the other side, but Max able to get there in time. Huge defense from the Krakens to bail out Coffee there on that missed touch, but still Blizzard, they're on the attack, and it's definitely been a slower game, Psycho. A lot less goals. There was 5 goals game 1, only 1 thus far, but still, I mean, it's just a matter of if one of these solo plays goes through, one of these long clears off of a demo attempt, lack of boost, these pass plays, but 30 more seconds and Krakens will equalize the series, but it's just a matter of if one of these opportunities is going to go through.
And will Blizzard be able to do it? Can Blizzard tie things up in the final 30 seconds? Yes! Yes, they can! Mad Max finding the pass from Toxic to tie things up.
And Toxic and Max, the connections being found, but ultimately Mitch and Coffee a little flat-footed on the goal line, not quite reading that bounce out of the corner, and Max is, 30 seconds left. He's just going to take that opportunity, just charge in. Why not? And now back at 1-1 apiece, and might be headed to our first overtime in the series unless Luka has other things to say about it, as a huge double commit comes out. Opportunity down the opposite side, but Luka able to get back just in time.
Gets the clear and immediately gets erased. Mad Max looking for the slow play. Can't get it through Coffee. What a save coming out from Coffee on the goal line in the final seconds of game number 2, sending us into overtime, Bagels.
Yeah, every time Max is on the ball, it's just a stellar of entertainment. And he's just going to, as long as he has boost, he's going to keep getting these touches in the air and try and get his way past every single defender, every mechanical play possible, and that one almost just went through. Though Luka looking for the left side. Mitch, he couldn't find the read off of the 45-degree bounce, and a little bit of calamity there is now Blizzard on the attack.
Yeah, I definitely thought that one was going in from Luka. I'm not sure if Kuda felt the same way or not, but it was unfortunate he was not able to clean that up. Blizzard now still, I mean, both of these teams actually now still tied at 40 seconds into this overtime. As Kuda sends that one all the way down. Mad Max with the touch over his backboard. Kuda trying to get it back out to the mid. Zinvez to send that one down. Mad Max not getting the touch he's looking for off the sidewall. Toxic gets the demo on Kuda. And Zinvez trying to keep the pressure alive. Luka gets it under Zinvez. Kuda trying to push it out. Luka's up. Gets the clear, but he immediately gets blocked by Mad Max, who can't recover. Zinvez with the shot, the bouncer to get through. Coffee and Blizzard are now up 2 games in this best-of-7 series.
Yeah, and Coffee, I mean, you gotta respect the threat that is Mad Max in the air, but Max, he didn't have any boost to get the follow-up, and Coffee was going for an apparent squishy there in net. I mean, and Zin, he had the whole right side open with the bounce shot to boot. I mean, especially when you're flat-footed on the goal line, the bounce shot's going to be pretty hard to defend. And, you know, Blizzard just get the better of Krakens in that overtime, and it just really came down to that shot psycho from Luka. It's really hard to hit those balls off the sidewall with precision and power, and Luka did that, but it was an inch too far to the left, and then Kuda couldn't find the read off of that bounce, and one missed shot now finds them down 2-0 in the series, unfortunately.
Which, I mean, I don't know how they feel about it, but if I was in their shoes, I'd be feeling a little bit worried at this point. They're not throwing out their tactical timeout, so I'm sure they're not too much worried about it. Plus, I mean, we know anything about Luka and Kuda's mentality, they're probably, laughing right now, thinking that they're going to be able to pull this back. But I think Blizzard might have something different in mind here, Bagels. I think they really can smell the blood in the water. They want that three-peat.
Yeah, and Zin, he's been around the league for so long. He's come in second place. I don't even know how many times. He's definitely looking for a chip at this point. And, granted, the lower bracket, in my opinion, is a much weaker side of the bracket than compared to the top one. So I feel like whoever makes it out of this matchup really has a really favorable chance to take home the dub in the grand finals there. But, a little too early to call that yet, as every game, or both games that have been played thus far, have been 1-goal games. It has been close, Psycho, but Blizzard are just getting the better of this Krakens roster, and it really does come down to limiting the boost control of these teams. They need to get more bumps. We saw some bumps in Game 2, but, the Blizzard defense is only going to give you so many opportunities, and the ones that were presented, the accuracy just wasn't there.
Yeah, that's fair, and you got to have your accuracy tuned in, especially if you're playing with Titans, as I'm sure all 6 of these guys are well aware, cannot afford to be dropping easy opportunities or even opportunities at all. As it seems, Blizzard has dropped very few and is part of the reason that they are up 2-0 in the series. Coffee with the 50. Kuda's there. He cannot make the touch, but he pulls out a fake on one of the defenders. Luka trying to get it past, gets it past the defenders, but his shot is wide. It's going to bounce off that back wall. Kuda trying to cut off Max in the corner. He successfully does, but Zinvez helping him out. Luka with the booming clear past the midline. Luka still with it. Gets the pop up, looking for a teammate. Kuda's there, but he can't get a touch on net. Zinvez going to clear that one away. Coffee taking possession and in the Kraken zone. Luka beating out the Blizzard player in his own zone, but Blizzard's still going to keep the pressure in the Kraken's half as the ball gets pinched out and away from the midfield. And we've got about 3 minutes left on this clock with nothing on the board so far. Really only one shot from the Kraken's, Bagels. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, the offense is getting slower and slower through each game. Granted, the speed is still here. The pace of play is very fast. As mistakes starting to come out on the goal, and Coffee can't hit the shot, and a double commit too. Luka not able to find it. Kuda just looking to keep ball possession here with a ceiling shot. Open backboard, but both Coffee and Luka on the retreat. But yeah, I mean, the midfield control is just a deadlock between these two teams. I mean, again, the first 2 minutes, nobody's scoring here, and same thing as last game. And I mean, I really feel like Krakens, they gotta score first here. And you know, last game, the rare time where you score first and you end up losing that game. But Krakens, they need something here. As the
There
net
it
is
is.
open. Why is the
There
net
it is.
open?
That is a good question, Bagels. And it looks like the third man just committed. He didn't, I guess there was a communication error or whatever, but two Blizzard people in the corner of the Krakens, and the third goes thinking he's going to get it, misses, leaving that net wide open. And you can bet that Luka's going to hit that open net 150% of the time that there is one for him to hit. Luka again with the ball trying to get it past Toxic, but can't. Zenvez off his own backboard is there with the ball. He has to 50. Oh. Coffee 50s with Toxic. This could be dangerous for Blizzard. Toxic going to pop it up. Luke is there getting the touch, but it's immediately touched by the Blizzard defense. Kuda maintaining control. Is Mad Max going to bounce it off the top of him? Zenvez gets it past one. Off the backboard, Luka gets the touch that he needs. Mad Max is there, gets the shot. Kuda to get the save.
Yeah, Kuda out of the... Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know, a huge and rare mistake coming out from Blizzard. And, you know, this time, Krakens were able to capitalize on that. And, you know, if they're going to make a mistake like that, you very well should score that ball. And if they're going to keep making mistakes, they need to be hitting them, as they're not going to make surely that many more. But again, Psycho, they tied it up with 1 minute left the last time. We'll have to see if they can do it again.
And Zenvez with the touch that pops up in front of the net. Mad Max there to knock it away. Mad Max again getting a touch on the ball. Kuda pops it up. We're seeing more and more of this midfield lockdown between these two teams. But that is not going to work out in favor of Blizzard this go round, as they're down by one. Just kidding though. Luka makes it back in time to make the save that looked... Oh my. And then Blizzard just doesn't care.
That was just panic. That was just panic from Kuda. He tried to make up for his previous mistouch, and I think he even could have still hit this ball despite it being on top of Luka's head. But he was just trying to do too much after that first whiff, and it was just chaos on the goal line. And not how you want to give that up, especially off of a mistake like that. And now they're going to have to find something here. Good 50 off the ceiling, but Max able to put it into his own corner right now. And they need a huge set piece right now to get momentum and morale back in their favor.
In the final 10 seconds, will Blizzard be able to shut things down and take 3 games in the series? Or are Krakens going to hold out? Maybe Krakens might even stop it. No, we're going to get the touch to the ground. We're going to get overtime for game number 3, our second overtime of this series, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see what these two teams are capable of. Toxic coming out of the corner with the second touch. He opens it up, gets it past the defender, Mad Max, to finish it out. Blizzard taking game number 3, now sitting at match point, looking to completely sweep the undefeated Krakens.
And, I think this is a little late on the timeout here from the Krakens. Probably should have taken it in the last series, but again, you know, this is kind of how my team, the Grandmasters, felt when we were playing our series. Granted, we ended up losing that series, but we felt confident in every single game. We didn't really want to take our timeout. Eventually, we did. But you know, every single one of these games has been absolutely within reach for the Krakens, and you can see that given that each game has been a 1-goal game, and each goal in that Grandmasters series was 1-goal games, and a lot of overtimes as well. So, you know, when you're this close, you feel like you're in control. Every opportunity, you feel like you can score, but ultimately, Blizzard, I mean, their defense is just so good. And when the shooting, there's like you said, Psycho, there's been a lot less shots each and every game since game 1. Game 1 was just a absolute cage match, just offensive blowout between both teams. But now things are starting to get realized between these two teams. They realize the end is near. Krakens do, and the offense and midfield control starting to slow down a little bit. But really, it just came down to that big mistake there, Psycho, from Kuda in the corner. And now they're in a very hard place. They're down 3-0 against Blizzard. And I don't know if there's any words of encouragement that can mount the comeback. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you there being in this position, even if you are the undefeated of season 7, going up against Mad Max Toxic and Zinvez, as you just stated. This is not the position you want to be in. These guys, Zinvez, we've already pointed out, he's been in the league for a while. He's been to grand finals multiple times. He's no stranger to the pressure, and Mad Max and Toxic are defending champions. They're back-to-back defending champions looking for the three-peat. So they definitely want to shut down the Krakens right here, right now. But, I mean, honestly, Bagels, if there's a team that on paper should be able to pull off this reverse sweep, it's got to be Krakens, right?
It's got to be. It's gonna have to be for their sakes. But it all starts here, game 4. You know, I mean, obviously, just a must-win game. But if they do win this, it's gonna start creeping in the back of Blizzard's mind, especially Zinvez. He wants to get to the grand finals. He wants to win. He doesn't want to lose. And if they take 1, maybe even 2 games, I know that especially on the defensive side, Zin can start to panic a little bit, and mistouches might start to come out. As far as Toxic and Mad Max, you know exactly what you're going to get out of them. It's just absolute consistency from both these players. As a crazy touch off the back wall from Toxic is going to keep this a fair scoreless thus far, but I don't know. They need a big set piece. They need a big goal. They need a big clip right now to get morale up. They need to start joking around again. They need something.
Yeah, I agree. They do need something big. Dare I even say they need a big win. I feel like they need to just absolutely shut out and demoralize this Blizzard roster, like a 4-0. Something just to really get their blood boiling. Kuda with the shot there. Nice shot, but Zinvez ready for it on the goal line. Luca with the big pop, looking to get the touch off the ceiling, but Mad Max going to beat him out. And Coffee trying to get it through the corner. Talks to take it away from him. Talks with the carry out. And Talks looking for the demo on Luca. Not going to get it. Mad Max still got pressure on the ball. Zinvez is there. His shot going to be wide. And Luca taking it out of the corner. He's with it. He gets demoed. Actually, the double demo from Luca, and Talks coming out. And the ball still is in Blizzard zone. Coffee trying to find the pass. The ball gets pinched and cleared. Luca sending it back to the mid. Mad Max is there, finds a touch, a second touch off of the waterfall, can't get it in, but beautifully sets up his teammate, rotates out of there, and Talks cleans things up.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I know what Max is capable of, but even that touch was just absolutely crazy. I mean, if he's making that touch, surely he's just passing it off the backboard to another teammate, but no, he goes for the shot on the 0-degree angle from the backboard off the double tap. Absolutely insane angle, and luckily it just bounces out straight to Toxic. But Toxic, he's ready, because he knows what Max is capable of. He knows that this ball is coming to the middle for him. And Max as a teammate, he's just so, oh my god, he's so readable, because you know exactly what he's going to do. As a crazy save on the goal line from Blizzard. And oh my goodness, and that's not what you wanted if you're the Krakens. You needed to score first, as Blizzard continuing to pour it on, continuing to force these double commits. And Max on the ball again will get 50'd out, but they need a counter, Psycho, and they need it quick. They need something. Keep saying it, but it just has to get done if you're the Krakens.
Yeah, it does. It has to, because you can tell that Blizzard is absolutely feeling themselves right now. They're not making mistakes. They're just all up in the Kraken's business, all over every single ball. They're not giving them any space, and that does not feel good. Mad Max with the goal.
And Mitch Kuda he's trying to play too fast once again and misses that touch in the corner on the offensive side, and just the ball, especially in Titan League, the offensive transitions from defense are just so quick. We saw that there. Zin with just a huge, he's always been known for the monster dunks. There's one more misplay for the Krakens come out. Can they be capitalized on? Yes, it will. Crossbar down for Zin, and a moralizing and perhaps insurmountable 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I would hate to say that the Krakens can't come back with 2 minutes left on the clock, but with the way Blizzard's been playing, it seems quite impossible to me as well, Bagels. But, hey, you never know, I guess. Luka's definitely known to pull off some crazy things. I don't know if he's going to be able to, essentially 1v3 this Blizzard roster, but hey, 2 minutes left. Let's see what he can do.
Indeed, and they need to get some bumps. They need to get some passes. Steal this boost. It's going to have to be about a goal per 30 seconds. And the way Blizzard's been playing defense, it's got to start here. Kuda with the shot off read, and it's not the prettiest goal, but that's what they need. They needed this right now.
That's what they needed. That's what they needed. And they take those. I'm sure they take those. I would hope that they take those. And now they only need 1 goal every 45 seconds? Or
hey, it's improvement.
Improvement? Yeah, not bad, not bad. We'll see if the Krakens are able to build off of this. This is the do or die moment for the Krakens. If you're just tuning in, they are down 0-3 in the series, and they're down by 2 in this game. And if they lose, they go home. Their season ends. A perfect record just to end in the semifinals. Not what you would desire coming off of a regular season perfect run, but it is what it is. 60 seconds remaining. Will the Krakens be able to pull this off, or is Blizzard going to shut things down and secure their spot in the grand finals against a currently undecided opponent? Coffee up to Luka. Luka with the shot. It's going to hit the crossbar. Doesn't go in, but Kuda is there to clean things up. And now Krakens are only down by 1. 40 seconds left. It is possible now, Bagels.
That is a huge play from Luka. The quick pass from Coffee and the quick shot bouncing off the crossbar. Huge play from them, down by 1. It comes down to this kickoff. Can they get a good one off the side? Coffee first here. They need to get some sustained offense, continuous pressure in this last 30 seconds.
Zinvez down to Mad Max, but Luka is there, and Luka with the pass that bounces off of his teammate Kuda, but it didn't go. The Blizzard defense was ready for it. 20 seconds left now on the clock for the Krakens to find 1 more goal. They need it or they go home. 11 seconds, 10 now. Coffee trying to get it out. Luka with the touch off the side. Zinvez descended out. Only 3 seconds left. If this ball touches, this is all she wrote for the Krakens. They have to now carry it across, and it's not going to happen. It drops. Blizzard is your winners in the semifinals against the Krakens. Blizzard now moving on to the grand finals.
Yeah, just an absolute showing from them. Again, another 1-goal win, and just Blizzard, no elemental joke here intended, but they just have the ice. They have what it takes. They have the confidence to be able to get these saves, get these critical game-winning goals, and oh my goodness, they really could do no wrong. They made 1 overcommit from Zin, and Luka scored an open net in Game 3, but realistically, they made no critical errors, no big mistakes. There was a double commit on the goal line there, but that was after 4 shots in a row from Krakens, so that's understandable at times, but really 2 mistakes in 4 games, 2 big mistakes in 4 games, that's nothing. And that's against the undefeated Krakens. Well, now not undefeated Krakens. But I unfortunately, it just came down to Kuda there. It just looked like he was having an off series. He was trying to play too quick after Game 1, Game 2. It looked like he was playing really solid, but I think it started the fear of losing got into his mind. He was just trying to play way too quick, way too fast, rushing the touches, Game 3 and Game 4. And Blizzard, they just got the better of the Krakens here on this night.
Yeah, quite unfortunate for the Krakens to walk home with a loss right there, but big ups to Blizzard coming through, securing their spot in the grand finals, ever closer to the three-peat championship. So you know that they got to be feeling really good about themselves right now. And I don't know, Bagels, I'm feeling pretty good too. That was even though it was a sweep, Bagels, I feel like it was still a pretty good match. Krakens didn't just get blown out of the water. They just, like you pointed out, they made a couple of critical mistakes at probably the worst times that they could have made them.
Yeah, I mean, and even though the Krakens were underperforming, again, it's just a testament to their skill that every single game was a 1-goal loss. 2 overtimes, no less. And the overtimes were somewhat deep. They went a few minutes there. Although, actually, I think one of them went 2 minutes and the other one was scored in like 12 seconds. I could be wrong. But either way, I mean, it was just so close. It's just Blizzard they're just dominating. And after playing Toxic and Mad Max the past few seasons, there's just no other presence on the offense of them just bearing down on you. A lot of times Rocket League players won't admit when they're scared of another player. Like, when I played against Krakens, I know what Luca and Mitch are capable of, but they don't scare me. When Max is on the ball with boost and free space, that is a Rocket League player. That is a man that scares me. And when he's pulling out double flip resets, musty flicks into the double taps, and even when you got Tox, the teammate, I'm just gonna embrace it now because I said it that one time. Tox, the teammate, if he can flip reset double tap, he can musty too. It's just wild what this Blizzard team is capable of. And if I'm whoever's coming out of the lower bracket, you better have a serious game plan headed into that grand finals.
Yeah, I could not agree more with those two players, and then Zenvez to round it out. And I've heard many times people say Zenvez is probably one of the best all around, just he's not so super on the offense. He doesn't got all these crazy mechanics, but like, you need a solid player. Zenvez is your guy. He's going to be the place that he needs to be. He's going to make the touches he needs to make. He did a really good job in the midfield and defensively out here tonight. And just, I think that's a really good dynamic for them, for him to sort of play that role and allow Mad Max and Toxic to just do their thing and wreak havoc on the offensive zone.
All right, yeah, Zen is good. But enough about Zen. It's time to talk to Mr. Tox, aka the teammate. How you doing, Tox?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man, congratulations on that win. That was big. Looked really good out there.
Yeah, we were destroying them, no cap.
Well, we were putting it a little bit respectfully, but yeah, just a little bit.
So, I mean, not gonna lie to you, Toxic. I'm a little bit intimidated being in the call with somebody as good as you. But let me just ask: was there any point during, whether it was before you got on the field with the Krakens or maybe in one of the matches, was there any point that you thought, "Nah, they're gonna take a game. We're not gonna get a sweep on them"?
I mean, we usually start out slow, but I mean, we always try our best and we perform our best in playoffs. So, like all the other previous matches or whatever, there was just no indication of what was going to happen, and we just performed.
Yeah, Blizzard, playoff Blizzard is certainly a different Blizzard, and granted, it's been talked about a little bit here. Toxic, the bottom of the bracket is by all means a Mickey bracket. So granted that probably now your toughest opponent is out of the way, I'm expecting some freestyling in the grand finals. No lie, I need to see some triple flip resetting out of Max. I need to see a pre-jump from you. Can I get that?
I think we may be able to deliver, but I think for this season we're gonna try not to lose a single game.
All right.
So no guarantees, but we'll try our best.
Wow, sounds good.
That's crazy. So, out of the Mickey Mouse bracket, what we got left, Venganza versus Pinnacle, I think happens a little bit later tonight. Out of those, actually, let me just get a prediction from you. Who do you think is going to take that one, Toxic? Do you think Venganza has got it or Pinnacle?
Oh, who I want to win and who I think wins are two different people. I think Venganza might be winning this, but I really want Pinnacle to win because I want to play Deluxe in the final.
Just because you want to play Pinnacle in the final?
I just want to play Deluxe, TVH.
Oh, you want to play Deluxe? Gotcha.
Yeah, he's our homeboy.
Hey, there you go. Shout out Deluxe being the homeboy to the teammate.
Shout out Zayo too. He's also our homeboy. I don't know where he's at though.
Any other shout outs you got?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to the fans. We're here to win for you guys.
True. No shortage of winning the past few seasons. Alrighty, well, I think you've obviously displayed your confidence in your team and your skill, so I think we're going to put you on your way there, Toxic, but congratulations on an obvious and dominant performance there for Blizzard.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well that was the teammate there on Blizzard there, Psycho, and oh my goodness, just as Mad Max in chat, apparently he's still mad at me for getting the best of him in another league match, and I think he's going to carry that momentum over into the grand finals. But they said, they're not messing around here, Psycho. I was trying to get a little bit of a laugh out of him in the freestyling, but he said they don't want to drop a single game. So that means that, they really want to get this chip for Zen, and they want to dominate.
Yeah, not only the chip for them, but the three-peat for themselves. As correct me if I'm wrong here, Bagels, but no team in Nemesis history has gone three-peat yet.
No team, period, has won 3 times ever, let alone 3 times in a row. So definitely both records, so to say, on the line there for Blizzard. And I mean, if there's any team that could do it, it is 110% this Blizzard roster. I am, if we had some stakes in the casinos right now, I mean, granted, it would probably be like a negative 1,000 favorite for Blizzard, but I still might put some money on there.
Hey, might as well, because whenever you got odds like that, the payout's bound to be big, right?
Well, if somehow Venganza won, yes, but the more people that bet, the less money you get in return. But if you throw in $100, you get $5 back. Why not?
Okay,
if it's that surefire of a win.
Where do I send my $100 to, Bagels?
If we can somehow manufacture a casino for online betting in the draft league in 6 days time, we'll figure it out. But
all right, I got a
probably won't
happen.
Make
a call. I'm gonna get that one. Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the casino. We can't do that. But what we do got, ladies and gentlemen, is 4 more banger matches coming up for you tonight. That's going to wrap us up in our first match. But whenever we come back from our break, we're going to be heading into the Challenger League. We've got the number 1 Ascension seed, Rocker Man and the boys, going up against the number 5 Raptors and Cottony the Carry. Bagels, that's going to be a huge one, I think. That's going to be one for the record books.
Yeah, and I think maybe I could be wrong, but I know Oinko himself. I'm not gonna quote that actually. I was thinking he might be going for a second or a third championship, but I believe that is incorrect. But that is indeed going to be a banger matchup. Probably again a similar situation to the series we just saw. I think whoever comes out of that matchup upcoming is probably going to have a pretty good shot at taking home the dub in the grand finals. But we'll have to figure out the result for that coming up shortly.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, about 10 minutes. If you need to get a bathroom break in, get some food, get some drink, do your thing, and be back here in about 10 minutes for some more Nemesis Gaming League.